Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Good morning, David. Good morning, Vandana.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning. As
Okay,
usual.
Good morning.
we're still waiting for people to join. We have 4 or
Sure.
5 minutes.
No problem.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make you host. Is that okay, David?
David is my
Guys-
friend and I'm going to be standing by his side,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
We
So
have
I'll
Mr.
just make
Venu
one of
also.
you just a host so that you
Yeah,
can.
he's the host.
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
Oh, and Certainly, I forgot to tell you, we got Venu on the call. He's also one of our.
Hello.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good to meet you guys. I'm glad you guys made it today.
Definitely. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us as well, giving us the good
Thank you.
information. I'm gonna keep you as one host, okay, David? Is that okay?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, here it is.
Hi, David. Hello, Venu.
Also, as the participant adds up, I won't because I think you are host now, okay, David? So you're probably gonna have to accept it. You're probably gonna have to admin people.
I don't see. Sure, yeah.
Here it is.
We're still waiting for a few more people.
All right. So we have David, we have Venuji, and we have Vandana online as our speaker for securing the financial topic. So I'm going to let you guys take over. As people still join in, you can start.
One more minute.
Right.
Excellent.
I should be able to share, right? You made me co-host. You all see my screen? Can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear me.
Perfect.
I can hear you.
Great.
And
Great.
yes, we can see your screen as well. I'm
All
just going to
right.
show you thumbs up so I'm not distracting you.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Good to have someone to support me there. Perfect. So yeah, welcome guys. Happy Sunday, and thank you for taking your time out. So myself, I'm David, and I'm a licensed finance professional, and I have Vandana with me. She's a licensed finance professional as well. And then there's Venu on call. And we've been in this business for like 3-4 years. We've been educating people, introducing to them new concepts, new terms. Everybody lives here, in the US for a long time. And over the years, you learn something new. So we've discovered various things in the financial domain, and it's been very helpful for financial success, securing the future. So we've been imparting education, educating people about it. And whenever we talk, so this session is going to be, like I mentioned, an educational session, a small presentation. We put together a few slides. We won't get into in-depth information, but we have our contact information on the last slide, which we'll share when the presentation ends. And feel free to reach out to us. We can host one-on-one sessions, and we can go over further details if you have any more questions. And just for interactive purposes, we put a little small quiz in the end. I'll ask you a few questions to see where we all stand and how you understood what all we spoke about. So without further ado, I'll just take you to the next slide. And when we talk about finances, right? Sejal, there's people that keep on coming. You just want me to admit them?
Just wait for one more minute, I think. We should wait for. So good.
Yes. So yeah, when we talk about the financials, right? The first very prominent figure that comes to your mind, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it. That is the X curve. Now, the X curve, if you look at it simply, is just the law of decreasing responsibility. As you age over time, your responsibilities decrease and your wealth accumulation that increases. Now, when I say this, it depends on if you look at this complicated section. I don't have the annotate bar, but yeah, if you look at this right-hand side of the curve, these are your investment vehicles. Now your wealth is growing. It depends on how well invested your wealth is in these investment vehicles. Now, even over time, when you look at the curve, there's always certain questions which come up. When you're building wealth, when you're growing over age, there are certain questions that come up, and those are the what if. What if something happens on this path, on this journey? What happens in the middle? Like if there's an unfortunate circumstance, an unforeseen circumstance, what happens? How do you take care of it? Do you have sufficient bandwidth? Do you have an emergency fund to take care of it? And the last part is living too long. You know, technology has been very beneficial. And because of that, our life expectancy has increased. Now, our life expectancy has increased, but people retire at 65 years of age. So you live longer. Now, to accommodate for that, do you have sufficient wealth? Because after retirement, your salary is your retirement income. Do you have sufficient retirement income to provide you for that retirement period? Right? Now, if you look at the wealth formula on the right of your screen, it's a very simple thing saying how you can actually build wealth. There are some details involved, definitely, but very simply, it says if you have money, you give it some time, and you get a positive rate of return. Everybody wants a positive rate of return, not a negative. Then these things, they help amplify the money, grow your money. But inflation is something that is there. It's a silent killer. You got to subtract that. And then there's taxes. So from your total growth, you always have to consider the taxes and inflation because you can never undo them. That is a part of your buckets. This is a simple formula to build wealth. When you just continuing on this formula, I'm going to talk about something which tells you about time and the rate of return. When this is which I take you to the next slide right here.
Yeah, before that, David, for a minute.
So, Renu.
Hey, sorry guys. Okay, this is Venu, and I'm in this business for the last 5+ years. Okay, so looks like I think you guys are all do the yoga, is it right? So I think so. Right now, don't do the yoga. Okay, just involve into interact into the ask the questions more and more. That way, it will be helpful to the David to talk on more on the things. I know that the money that is one of the key thing in the life for everybody. Is that right? Anyone say wrong? The money one is one of the key thing for everybody. The thing is like we are making good money day by day, every year, as long as we are living, we are making money. But the thing is, he's talking on most of the things. He's like, are we securing the money properly or not? Are we investing money in the proper right vehicles or not? He'll go on that everywhere. So I know that. So the health is very important, and the same time, wealth also very, very important to manage the things. So he will go on that, each and everything. David, in the below that, there is a, can you go a little low in the left side, lower? There is a button called the, you have the pen to the market and everything. Okay. You can see that. Okay. So the thing is, ask the questions. It's not like David is giving, he's helping you guys. It's not like that. Ask the questions, more and more questions. That way he can help to you more. The life is very important, guys. I know that you are very well know this. Life is very important. The money also, one of the very, very key factor, very, very important. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank you, Venu. Yep. Yeah, feel free to jump in, chime in and ask any questions while I go along. If anything is confusing and you want me to clarify, please let me know. So we were talking about this wealth formula, right, on the right. Somehow I don't see.
David, it will come in the lower left.
I don't see that. My screen is a little cut up.
Is cut off?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, this is what I was focusing on, this part. So we were talking about how money, right? You give it some time. Obviously, you cannot just have money and it'll expect it to grow after a few years, certain months, certain time, and getting a positive rate of return and subtracting the inflation and taxes. You cannot avoid that. That is something that's a part of your growth. So you gotta take care, you gotta consider those as well. Once you do all this calculation, you are able to build well, but how does it happen in the back end, behind the scenes? So this is where I lead you to the next slide, talking to you about the rule of 72. So what is the rule of 72? Is anybody aware of this? If not, no problem. This is something that we explain to all of our plans, all the people. It's called the magic of compounding. Anytime you invest your money, you go to the bank, you go to a stockbroker, you buy real estate, any kind of investment you take, you always hear something, even when you're getting a mortgage, a loan, that's the rate. So the rate of return, rate of interest, so anything that's rate of return, that's the percentage value. The rule of 72 simply states that if you divide 72 by that rate, it tells you exactly how much time your money doubles. Now, Venu was saying earlier, we all here in this country, we're trying to make life for ourselves, for our kids, for our families, right? And you're looking to compound your money, grow your money. But every time we look for something, when you invest your money, the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, how can I double it? You go to the casino, you're like, oh, $100 bet. How can I make $200? That's the first thing. So 72, now the rule of 72, you know this now. It is a very simple rule. You divide this by the rate of return, what you get. It tells you exactly how long you need to double the money. Now, for our illustration purposes, we've taken a person aged 29 years of age. If you see the first box right here, this is a person 29 years of age, and that person invested in a vehicle, in an investment bucket, getting 2% return. Now, if the person gets 2% return, you divide 72 by 2, correct? That gives you 36 years. Let's assume the initial principal or the investment is $100,000. In exactly 72 divided by 2, that's 36. They will double the money. And 29 plus 36 is 65 years. Now comes to the second bucket where you're getting 4% interest return, right? You do the same calculation. You divide 72 by 4, and that gives you 18. So every 18 years, that person is doubling the money. If you come to the 8% bucket, that is your 8% rate of return. You divide 72 by 8. Every 9 years, that investment is doubling. So what this is basically telling you is, remember the second step we spoke about in the wealth formula, your time, but also the third one, which is the rate. So the higher the rate, the more the chances for doubling you have. The more the time you give, the more the chances for doubling you have. And I like to highlight something here, which is compound interest. This is compound interest, which happens on the existing principal. And this is very different than your simple interest. Now, simple interest is a linear growth. If you compare this last 8% return, let's assume you invested 100,000 at 8% return. Every 9 years, you're doubling the money. At the age of 65, you reach 1.6 million. With a simple interest growth, you would just reach only 388,000. You see the difference? So this is the effect of the rule of 72 in the magic of compounding. So far with me, guys? All right. And if you have further questions also, you can always ask us at the end of the slides. we'll be happy to answer them. So this is a very important factor for your growth. The next thing that comes when I mentioned, right, time rate of return, you want to get a positive rate of return. Now, this is something, it is mind-blowing. When I got introduced to this concept, I was amazed. I never knew it existed. And then I just took so much interest. Have you guys heard of the indexed contracts?
Yeah, someone raised their hands, David.
Whose iPhone?
Yes, somebody just.
Yeah. The iPhone, can you talk?
Yes, David, in your formula of 72, which was very popular in 90s and later on. These days, you only are looking for doubling in a very long term, and you have not mentioned about the rate of inflation and the taxes in that formula of 72.
Oh, very good. That is actually very right. It looks like you have a financial background. This is
No, I
slide.
don't. I'm a lawyer.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. This is just the rule of 72. I have other slides which show, you see in the previous wealth building slide, right? I'm just taking them step by step. So I'm showing you the rule of 72. My next intention is to show you something
Only
else.
my other comment is if you invest the money, you have to recognize that your money may go down if the stock market goes down, if you have invested the money, except for annuities.
Even again, great. The next slide, I'm going to be talking about that. I'm exactly going to show you what's happening with the stock markets. That's right.
Thank you.
Definitely. So, yep, with that, let's move on to the next slide. Now, this one is just illustrating the rule of 72. We'll be showing you how the inflation, your taxes, and other impact. Can you
David, you can mute them back so we don't hear the background sound.
Yep. Trying to get them. All right. So let's move on to the next slide. Index contracts. Yep. So we just had a question about the stock market. I have everything on the screen shown up together. I didn't put any animation, but if you just look at this blue line, let's focus on the blue line only. We've been aware of two investments so far, or I would say most of you are. And this is something very exciting I'm going to tell you about today. This blue line is a fixed investment bucket. Let's say a fixed investment vehicle, like your CDs, your funds, your bonds. So this is taking a person investing 100K in 1997. And we're showing you a hypothetical situation where over 20 years, how the investment grows at a fixed rate over a period of time. There's no up and down, there's no fluctuations. And at a fixed rate, that 100K amounts to 170. The second, a very popular investment strategy is your stock market, the variable investment strategy, sorry. Your stock, gold, oil and gas, anything, 401k. Majority of the investments today, as somebody just even mentioned before, they fall into this category, which is the variable investment strategy. And it goes, the money, when it's invested, it goes up when the market goes up. When the market goes down, your invested money goes down, plus you lose the gains. Now, gains and the principal. There's this third one now. I would like you to look at this green line. This one right here. And this is an investment strategy. It's been existing over since 1990s. And this is called the indexed investment strategy. Now, don't confuse yourselves with indexes in the market like S&Ps, PIMCO, NASDAQ. This is different. This is an investment strategy. Won't be cutting into details, but what this is, I like to highlight. And what this does is it locks your growth. In this investment strategy, zero is guaranteed. Basically, your floor is zero. Now, how this works is we'll take a small example in the very beginning, right? And we've taken this, what do you call, market crash in 2000s, where the real estate, where the money principal, you see the principal going down from 151K to 94K. The invested money was 100. So the person lost the principal and the person lost the gain. In this green strategy, right? If you see the market, it goes up, you get market-like growth. In the year 2000, the market started to collapse. Your investment got locked. You don't get gains. You don't get any negative losses. It stays where it is. So you lock your gains. Zero is the floor, meaning it stays at the 0% rate. Then when the next time the market goes up, back up in 2002, when it went up, your growth started from where it had been locked, from that 120 principle. So this is, we always hear about these big financial investors telling about time, indexes and stuff, but what is happening behind the screens, we never know. So this is an investment strategy. It's been existing for a long time, and it helps you to get growth and security. It's a combination of both. And like you can see, when I say zero is guaranteed, it's like you don't have any feasibility of losing any of your principal and your gains. Any questions on this?
Sorry, I'm stepping in.
Sure.
Guys, is making money is good or losing money is good?
I want to hear from people.
So the thing is,
Of
usually,
course, making money. Yes.
yes, definitely, definitely, absolutely right. So thing is like, what are the strategy we are using right now? Like a 401ks, IRAs, like stocks, all these things comes into the red line, the red one. Okay. The thing is, people are making money and the market crashes. Maybe the recessions are happened. We are losing the money. The thing is like, in the market, end of the day, you are making money or not doesn't matter. Okay. But you don't want to lose the money. That is the main thing. Yeah, like $100,000 in my pocket. I put my money into the market. Definitely, I don't want to lose it. At least my money should be there always. Okay. The thing is, if you go to the green strategy, when the market grows up, it goes up. But when the market crashes, your principal as well as growth will be locked. That way, even the market got impacted, you are not losing anything out of that. Again, when the market goes up, it goes up. But the thing is, in the green line, one thing is wrong here. Okay, when the market goes down, but it's not growing, but at least the thing is, the main purpose of here is like in the green one, you are not losing your principal as well as you are not losing your growth. That means your principal and growth will be secured. How long it will be secured? As long as the money is there in the funds. That means it may be 70 years, it may be 80 years, maybe until the age 90 also, it will be the same way it will grow. But if you put the money in the variable strategy, the market goes down, what will happen? Maybe in the age 60s or 70s, the heart will be shaking. Everybody, is that right? Right?
That's right.
So the thing is because of the market.
Is there any minimum amount you require that you must be invested?
Yeah, we definitely will talk on that. It's not like minimum amount. Okay, we can put as much as we want.
Okay.
Okay, so there is a different plans behind that. Your name is Shakti. What is that? How do you call it?
Sejal.
Tejo. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we can invest. They have behind there are different plans. We can invest money wise. Okay, we can talk on that. Maybe you can invest $1,000. You can pay $100,000. That's up to you. Okay. So the strategy wise, it works very well, and the money is not like making money is not doesn't matter here, but you are securing our money is more and more important. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I'm taking time, David.
No, you're fine. Yeah, a good question. But yeah, as Venu was saying, this is a strategy. It is the way you invest. Like when you go to the stock market, you invested in the stock. It's the principal, the amount of investment is as per your discretion. Whatever amount, it could be $1, could be 50 cents, could be 100K, 1 million. That's your discretion. Whatever bandwidth you have. In which strategy or how you want to invest it, this is what we're trying to show you. So this is something which blew my mind when I came to know about this, and this has been existing, and this is what happens behind the scenes and how people really invest, these big millionaires, but we don't know about this. So ever since we've been aware of this, we like to share this information with everybody. And as Venu said, you have questions, you want to know how to do such things, follow certain strategies, please feel free. We're going to put all the information out here in the end, and you can reach out to us. We do one-on-one sessions, so your privacy and everything is in place. Coming to the next, we spoke about how your compound interest acts, how the market affects your growth, and somebody mentioned about how this inflation and everything happens also. Before that, we also spoke about we also included taxes. So taxes are something you can't avoid. It's one of your, if you consider your paycheck, actually, I should have asked you a question. What is your biggest expense? Generally, people will say that's the mortgage or something, right? But if you think about it, in your paycheck, before it comes to you in your hand also, before even the mortgage is being paid off, the first thing that goes out from your paycheck is the taxes. So that's like one of your big expense. And you can either pay now, pay later. There's no way of avoiding, but yes, you can minimize, you can play it out such that you can help affect your withdrawal, your growth. Now, everybody might be aware of certain buckets, your taxes. We categorize them into 3 buckets. Tax now is one, like a paycheck or stock market, something where you invest your money. You pay the taxes right away and you get your money back, your investment, your gains. That's your tax now bucket. You put in after-tax dollars, growth is taxed each year. A second bucket is tax later. This is a very popular bucket where like your 401k, your IRAs, everybody is very much aware of these investments. It falls into this, your annuities. What happens here is tax, it's your money is put in before taxes. So from your paycheck, you will see you're making contributions. A lot of you who are working for companies are employees. They'll be paying you money, taking out money for your 401ks, for the IRAs. Now, this money isn't taxed. There's no taxes on it. It's deducted from your paycheck and it's invested into a vehicle, a 401k vehicle, an annuity vehicle, an IRA vehicle. The principal and the growth, what you're going to get, they are going to get taxed. So when you are at 65 or whatever age, when you want to retire, you withdraw your money. Every time you withdraw your money, you'll be paying taxes on them. That's your second bucket. And your third bucket is a tax-free bucket where your Roth IRAs, muni bonds, life insurances, your life insurances actually fall into this bucket where you put an after-tax dollar. Let's say you get your paycheck and you paid off your mortgage and you paid off your bills and everything. You have some money, you put it into your savings. So that money has already been taxed. That is how you fund such this bucket, basically, such vehicles. That money, you can put it into your IRAs and stuff. The growth is not taxed at all. So whatever you make isn't taxable. Now, there's one thing I like to highlight. If you consider historically, you see the taxes have been going down, but the debt the country owes has been going up. Now, this is a question to you all. What do you think is going to happen in the next 10 years, 20 years? What do you think? Will the taxes go up or down? It's a very unpredictable likelihood of going up. Exactly. And like normal citizens, even me included, before I knew about these things, everybody, majority of the times, right? Our favorite thing, the money attractor, is this bucket. So what we do is we pool all of our money into this bucket. Now let's assume in the next 10 years, a lot of our people are hitting 65 years of age. Your salary at retirement is your retirement income. Because you don't work. When you're withdrawing that money, taxes are high. Unfortunately, you'll be paying a lot of taxes every time you're taking out the money. Now, there are other additional details which I won't go into, but this is what we tell people, if you have a good balance between the two, your taxes are high and you have a tax-free investment, you can always wait for the taxes to be going low, and you can, in the meantime, take money out of a tax-free account because there you're not paying taxes. So you see, in a way, you can come back here at the age of 70 or 80, 75, 80 later to this bucket because you have a good balance between the two. And when the taxes go lower, instead of paying 30%, you're now paying 25% a few years later. So you actually minimizing that impact and maximizing the growth here. Any questions on this?
So what's the catch?
So you want to pay taxes or not?
No,
So
I don't want to pay taxes. I wish I could be free from it.
So the taxes are one of the biggest thing
correct.
from everybody's okay.
Yes.
Usually we're not paying taxes. They're taking the money and they pay the taxes money, and after that only they're paying back to us. So the first of all, government or maybe the companies, they take their part, IRS. Then only they left over, they're going to give back to us. So how to minimize the taxes or how to minimize the tax strategies? Okay, how to better way we can use the tax strategy? Okay, maybe we can work it on that here. So there are a lot of vehicles, but like Roth IRAs or life insurance investments or municipal bonds. So the thing is, the taxes wise, the growth and the tax growth, we don't need to pay taxes. But
So
mostly,
basically, so what you're saying is what the amount you invest, if I understood this correctly. So amount you invest, you don't pay taxes on that amount.
it's
Is
on the
that what
growth.
it is?
Exactly.
It's a tax-free kind of saving plan,
Okay.
sort
So
of, right?
you are absolutely right. So like if you are spending, you are investing like maybe every year $12,000 in the 401k. Maybe in the span of 25 years, maybe invest like a $300,000, 25 into 12, $300,000. Maybe the $300,000 went up to $1 million. Are you going to pay taxes for all the money in the 401k bucket or IRA buckets? Okay. But in the same time, the same amount of money you are putting into the life insurance investments or Roth IRAs, after tax money, you don't need to pay taxes on the growth for the 700k. So the thing is, like, if the money goes up like $2 million, we have to pay money, all the taxes we have to pay for the 401ks or traditional IRAs. But here, if the money goes like a 1 million or 2 million or 10 million, so we don't need to pay taxes. So the government is, as you said, David said, the debt is rising up. Debt is rising up means what? Government don't have money. Government, what they do? How do they get the money? Government, they have to raise the taxes. That is the only option. If you don't have a job, we'll do the second job and we'll make double the money. But government don't have much money. Then what they do? They'll raise the taxes. Maybe in the later years, maybe in the retirement years, they don't have, government don't have that much money. Government, what they do? The thing is they'll charge more and more taxes. So that means we have to pay more taxes from our pocket. So maybe I think you guys are interested to pay more taxes. That's good.
No, that's not the case, Venu.
So how come people are not aware of this kind of plans?
So the thing is, usually what happened,
Oh, one thing, Venu.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go on.
Because they're not lucky enough as you are, who's host sessions with educators like us. You know, that's one thing. That's one big thing.
Good one.
Not everybody's open to it. And when we approach, they'll be like, wait. You know, they'll be skeptical. They'll think that this is existing. That's all. We're just
Yeah.
showing you what is. We're not making anything. This is what is. That's it.
This is what
Yeah.
is.
Go ahead, Venu. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. The same. You covered my point, David.
You very smart, huh?
And trust me, I mean, we're fortunate enough to share this, and you're fortunate enough to receive it, because see, you asking questions, you're like, oh wait, how that are we not aware of it? 330 million, right, population in the U.S., in Canada, elsewhere also, but less than 50% of the population are educated about finances. So, and this is the thing. Any other questions here?
No, I don't know if anyone else has any questions.
I think they are okay with the taxes. I think so. Is that Nehru? Is that right? So, thing is like
Fine. Yep.
the tax part is very, very important in the life. Okay, particularly in the US. Okay. So the thing is, we always has to minimize it's not like minimize the taxes, but we have to leverage the tax strategies proper way. We're not avoiding the taxes, or there's no point there's no way to avoid the taxes, but we have to leverage the tax strategies.
Yeah.
Correct.
And you're doing
Fine.
saving at the same time,
Yes.
right?
Correct. That's exactly. Yep. And what Menu mentioned, you're not paying taxes on what you're making also. How can you maximize that? So that's where your 3 buckets come in, these two. And you maintain a good balance between the two. That's the whole point. And coming back to that whole journey where we started with the wealth principle, right? The basic formula: you have money, you give it time, you're applying compounding to it, the rule of 72. is growing in an indexed way versus the variable fixed way, then you subtract the taxes. Remember in the very first slide in that X curve I showed you subtracting taxes. There's another thing that we are subtracting from our growth, and that is your inflation. Now, inflation is a silent killer to your retirement. When I say silent, it's because you know how we think of something that comes at the dawn or in the night and just goes away and taking some things from your place. That's what inflation does. It comes without your knowledge. It impacts your growth and it goes away. And before you realize, you're actually paying more money for groceries, you're paying more money for your house, you're paying more money for your gas, you're paying more money for everything. So what I'm trying to say is that dollar value basically goes up. So $100 today will be actually equal to $150 down the road 5 years, or $200. So, and inflation right now, the current rate is 3.10%, 3.3. And what it does is it tells you every 20 years, the money you need to do something, to fulfill a financial activity, could be anything, a purchase of something, it doubles. You're spending, let's assume, $5,000 every month for mortgage, utility bills, grocery, getting 2 outings, going out. That's your living expense. That's $5,000. In 10 years, it becomes 7,000. In 20 years, it becomes the double of 5. That's 10,000. To live that same lifestyle, 20 years from now, you'll be paying double the money. This is what inflation does. You don't know about it, right? It silently comes, it impacted your growth, and then boom, 20 years later, you're using more money. Now, when you think about retirement, right? We spoke about inflation. We spoke about the market going up and down. That is your market volatility. Then, thanks to technology, life expectancy is increased. We live longer. So there's longevity risk, like you're 65 and you live to 95. 30 years without a job, you have sufficient funds. And then after retirement, the income, right? Your income is coming from what? These retirement buckets. And in the last slide, we spoke about how everybody is favorable towards the 401ks and you're already paying taxes, and the money is invested in a variable market. So your income stream is also not predictable. So when all of these four things, these are your four pillars on which your retirement is based on, all of these four are unpredictable. What do you think happens to the retirement? It becomes unpredictable. Like you don't have a clean picture. Now, when you do something, right? You take a project for a home, for your kids, or anything. You put a plan in mind for a year, for a few months, for that whole 5 years. You know, they're the definitive, right? That okay, in these 5 years, I'm going to buy this house. In these 5 years, okay, my kid's going to go to this school. He's going to be enrolled in this activity. You have a definitive in this situation for your own future. Majority of us in states, we don't have a definitive. We don't know because these four pillars are not predictable. So if you could predict or tell for sure, oh, in 20 years, I'm definitely going to have $1 million in my account. In 20 years, based on the inflation, I would have more money to cater for the inflation. In 20 years, because I'm living for 20 years, I'll be able to withdraw $100,000 each year tax-free. When you have those answers, yes, you can secure a retirement. That's what your financial future is. And this is what we're here for, educating you on this. But we are not aware of all these, or these four pillars are unpredictable, which makes retirement unpredictable. So at 65 or further, when you're retiring, you do not know what's going to happen for your distribution, to your withdrawals, to your growth, your taxes. You are aware of nothing. So you're leaving your future basically hanging. And that's a very risky factor. And when another thing to consider when you age, right? As we age, everybody, we might be young, healthy, and it's a good thing we're actually doing the yoga session. That is amazing. That's incredible for your health. I love yoga too. But something you can't avoid is as you age, your health deteriorates. It definitely, you get slower. You are bound to get some physical issues, ailments, and you need help. And those kind of helps are like assisted facilities, nursing and stuff. Do you know what the average median like cost is for any of these long-term cares in retirement right now? This is your adult home care, your homemaker services, home aid, cost between anywhere between 19 to 50 grand a year. Today, to get a nursing home private room, that's 100K. Assisted living facility, 40 to $50,000 a year, where you can go to a facility and they take care of your activities, your mental health, your physical health. And this is today. Remember what we talked about, inflation? Expenses doubled in 20 years. So let's assume everybody on this call is 45 years today. In 20 years from now, everybody's going to be 65. Unfortunately, something happens and they need some kind of assistance. This just double this value. That is the amount of money you'll be spending every year for your services.
One thing I want to add. Have you guys gone through anybody inflation so far? Have you seen that inflation for the last before COVID and after COVID?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
So the thing is, lot of inflation. Okay, a lot of money people are paying from the. If you go to Costco, if you go to any grocery store, if you go anywhere, okay, we are paying a lot of money. That means the inflation we seen it maybe last 3-4 years. Okay, we are seeing that continuously. Okay, so our pockets are a lot of money is going out from the pocket, but the salaries are in the same time. The income is not raising, but the money is going out from the pockets. So that is called inflation. But definitely inflation will be impacting in the long run. This is continuously impacting, but we don't see it. But last 3-4 years we are seeing that continue. Seeing that. And one more thing, long-term care, the prices and everything. Are you all guys from the Howard County? Visit the people?
We have all over the U.S.
Okay, that's good.
So not just from Maryland.
Okay, that's good.
It
Okay.
could be anywhere.
The thing is the prices and everything they mentioned, the long-term care prices, adult daycare and assisted living, all these things. That is a national average, not like so the thing is we are the guys living in the most of the places are rich places. Okay, the prices will be more and more higher.
So what you're saying is, do you all provide this system provides a long-term care as well?
Yes, exactly. We are
Oh.
providing long-term care plans. So the thing is, they're not like providing, but thing is required for everybody. It's required, means mandatory. So thing is like a lot of people, if they don't have a long-term care plan proper way, we don't know where we are going, how much money it costs. The thing is in the old age, that's very common for everybody. Unfortunately, the thing is like we are going to take a lot of support from the other people. Okay, so it costs a lot. So if you have a proper plan, okay, the plan will take care of a lot of things. Okay? So-
My question is, the premium for long-term care is very high and it goes on every year. My understanding is a lot of long-term insurance companies have filed bankruptcy as well. Is it better to have a long-term care or have a Medicare Part B?
Medicare Part B is required, definitely. Medicare Part B, we have to buy it. The thing is like we have to pay around 170, 180 bucks per person. But that won't cover completely long-term care.
Then I asked a question between the two, because a lot of people are not aware of the Part B that you have to buy after the age 65.
Yeah.
And I interact with a lot of Indians who come for consultation or other legal matters. Some of them are not even aware of. They only just think they will get automatically. They don't realize that you have to buy it. And if you miss it, then you have to pay 10% penalty every year.
Yeah. So definitely I can say like I can recommend that we need both. We definitely need both. You know, the California state and a few other states, okay, they're enforcing that from this year onwards. Okay, long-term care is must for each and everyone to buy it.
It's depending on your health condition also.
Yes, that conditions also.
Yeah, if you are young, you don't have to talk about it. Then if you have a lot of diseases or illnesses, then you need Part B.
Yes.
And then again, there are another lot of Social Security is another issue altogether for a different session about C and D and all those things. things are becoming complete. My only recommendation to my other, clients is do have a good health insurance. Don't fool around with it.
Right, right. I believe, yeah, that's true. And to your question, sir. So what Venu mentioned, keep me honest here, Venu. I think this only, even if you get it from Medicare Part B, it's only valid for 2 years. Is that correct?
Pardon, I did not get the question.
David, can you repeat the question? We didn't get it.
Also, when you're getting the services for Medicare Part B, right, for long-term care, you're only covered for expenses for 2 years. So what after 2 years? Again, do you know for sure you only need 2 years of assisted living or 2 years of nursing services or 2 years of home aid? No, that's not definite, right? It could be 5 years or longer. So what do you do then?
The Part B only starts at 65. Long term,
Correct,
you
correct.
can buy any time when you like, because if you buy earlier, your premiums are much lower.
Correct. But
Yeah,
what I meant to ask was, is that right,
like,
Venu? It's only valid for 2 years?
yeah, he's right. Mike is absolutely right. Okay, he's absolutely right. Okay, long-term care by any time. The Medicare plan triggers from the age 65. Medicare plan itself triggers from 65. Okay? Either Part A, Part B, or Part C and D. All things are comes from the 65. So long-term care is why it's a mandatory for everybody. Even the before age also, we can leverage it. Maybe 60 years also we are not disabled or something happened, we can leverage that plan. And at the same time, if we go through the Medicare plan covers is not like a completely supports for the long-term care. They have limitations. They have some limitations. Okay, it will cover only 100 to 180 days altogether. So usually any human, either male or female, on average, they are going to be stay in the long-term care at least 2 years. Some people are 3 or 4 or 5 years also in the lifespan. But that is the way we have to buy the long-term care. The plans is required for everybody. And definitely it's expensive. Yes, it's expensive. If we buy later years, it definitely is expensive. But if we buy early years, definitely it will be cheaper. What is you are buying the plan, that is also very important.
Cool.
I
Yeah, so
think the cheapest,
not for 2 years. Sorry.
excuse me, the cheapest rate is offered by the federal employees.
Yep. Yeah. There are a lot of benefits for the
Programs.
federal employees. You are absolutely right.
Yep. And just correcting my long-term care services for two, Venu mentioned 100 to 180, only 6 months. The Medicare is only covering for 6 months. So what after that? And when you're considering long-term care, right? When you said about companies, you can also depend upon companies which are already doing $1 billion, which are worth $1 billion and been in the market for over 180 to 200 years. They are state regulated companies, and they provide services. So you got more assurance, you got more confidence, you got more accurate products and features and services available by them. So you can avail those.
Yeah. Only concern comes about if you need the nursing care. That is really altogether a very complicated matter. It needs the whole session, that how to avoid, and then you need to have a estate planning, have some kind of a trust so that they cannot raid your savings.
That is true, yeah. And see, this is the reason why the reason why we're doing the session today is educating you, but also we do one-on-one sessions with clients and we see, okay, where is your money going in? What is draining your wealth? Okay, what are you getting penalized for? Or what are the extra money being overpaying something? And we find these loopholes. We fortify your financial portfolio because see, everybody today they have money, they have some management techniques, but you could be missing something crucial, like you said. How do I do this? How do I know where the money is going? Oh, if I break this, they'll start charging me extra fines. So all these things we cater for. These are the points we highlight, and that's where we come in. But yeah, exceedingly good questions, and yeah, this is something that concerns all of us in day-to-day activities, and that's very true. So, any other questions on this slide before we proceed? Great. So going back again, the wealth, we spoke about time, how you give it time and you get some good investment strategy, let it grow. At the same time, you got to subtract two things, right? Inflation which we spoke about, and taxes. But that amount of money you're subtracting, it could be minimized, and that's what we spoke about as well. And so basically, in lump sum, if you were to consider the wealth building principle, right, the smartest way is by maximizing your growth, minimizing your risk. That is by the green line, locking the principal and gains. You don't want to lose whatever you invested. At the same time, you want to make sure you gain also some money, optimizing your taxes, and preserving your wealth. So this is another thing. I mean, we won't be going into detail, but it is like when you build wealth, when you have a home, you put security alarms, you put camera. Why? You don't want intruders to come in. You want to be safe when you're not looking at it, because you cannot be there 24/7 or when you're sleeping. Similarly, when you have wealth, you want to protect it from intruders. You want to keep it safe, and you want to be able to pass it 2 generations on successfully, safely, without again paying taxes or having any risk to face. And this is where we talk about more details and probate court, wills and trusts, all that. So we basically specialize in that asset protection, making sure you have good asset accumulation. And when it comes to asset distribution, meaning when you're trying withdrawals, when you're in retirement, you're able to successfully withdraw it. At the same time, continue gaining your money, your interest, and receive benefits, whatever you are eligible for, and make more. That's the thing in the long run. And just to give you a lump sum, how these what all services are provided by our brokerage is like estate planning, will trust, term insurances. We do partner with stock market company, a wealth management company, sorry, which helps you stock market management as well. We do real estate, land banking. We do IRAs, SEP IRAs, retirement annuities, 401ks. Then, yeah, very important, life insurances. We do IUL, tax-free investments. So there are pretty much a lot of these services all offered under one roof. When you like to add something here?
Yeah, guys, David. The thing is, we are offering. The thing is, in the marketplace, okay, we have like a very different kind of strategies. Have you guys know about anything else will and trust so far? Have you guys covered your proper documentation and everything done from your side? Everyone? Maybe
Yes,
not.
I have
Okay.
done it. I have done it. I have done for other clients also.
Oh, that's really great. That's really great. Definitely.
And I
The thing
educate
is-
them also. I offer also pro bono lectures also to educate them.
Oh, that's really great. Yeah, we have to educate a lot of the people. Okay, maybe mostly our community people. Okay, we are not aware of all these things. Okay, particularly we were most of the immigrants we came to from India or some other countries. So we don't know all these things in the rules and regulations, majority of the rules and regulations in US, how it works. So we have to educate the families. So yeah, that's very good things you guys are doing that. Thanks,
Yeah,
Andra.
that is a very good move because a lot of people are totally unaware of, since they come from back home, they think that all those rules apply here also, but they do not.
Absolutely right.
I think we have to educate our community about the need for it and how to go about it.
You are 100%. You are absolutely right. And the thing is, like in the retirement, have you guys? The thing is, I think most of the guys we are working all together. So we are getting paychecks until the life, maybe until the 60, 65, until the retirement. What happened after the retirement? Are you going to get a paycheck? Mostly after retirement, people will not get a paycheck. People are looking for a pension check. Is that right? The pension is very, very important for everybody in the retirement. At least 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, whatever the amount we are getting every month, we require, because it will run all the utilities, all the necessary bills and everything. So the thing is, like the government, what are the social security, are you going to get the $5,000 a paycheck, like a pension each and every month?
No.
Definitely not. That's why the most of the people, the majority of the people after retirement or before retirement, they are putting their money into the annuity funds, annuities, and the annuities will give like a lifelong, paycheck, like pension checks. So the thing is that will gives like a pension check until the life. Maybe the pension means until the life they are going, both wife and husband, they are going to get it. So even one of the spouse passed away, the second spouse also get some kind of the pension check until her life, maybe until his life. Maybe 90 years or 95 years or 100 years. They continuously they are going to get a check. Doesn't matter, okay, the market is performing or not performing, doesn't matter. Okay, they are going to get a check. So in the retirement, we don't need $100,000 or $200,000 in the lump sum. We need only the $5,000 or $6,000 or $10,000 each and every month. We need money to run the show. Even we got like $1 million also, we don't know where to lock it, where to keep it also, where to invest it also in the retirement time, maybe 65 or 70, 75. We need every month at least $10,000 some income. So that's what, okay, we are offering like various kind of annuity funds, like a pension annuities, and there are like a lot of promotions also going on at this moment. So we'll talk on that maybe when you meet individually with David. At the same time, there are different kind of life insurance, like a money back policy or life insurance investment that will covers a lot of riders, like a critical, chronic, terminal, and long-term care riders that included as part of the life insurance that will covers any health issues also happen. We can take some money and we can use that money for our health purpose. So all these plans we are offering and all these things are there as part of the marketplace. So maybe the David can go on that, maybe one-on-one, each and every one after that. So in the meantime, if you have any coaches on these plans, please let us know.
I would just like to add that your investment philosophy depends upon your needs and your age.
Exactly. So the thing is, absolutely right. Okay, the age is very, very important factor in the life. Okay, not only the money, age is very important factor in the life. So each and every age, okay, the requirements will be changed. 30, 40 years, 30 years, everybody running. 40 years is not. By 60, slowly, they're crawling. 60 after 60, the investment point of view, they're crawling. They don't go to take a risky. So they won't go very slow, very, very slow. That means very slow means they won't get much returns. So that means the inflation also is causing the biggest issue in the later years. Okay. So we don't see that much growth.
Mr. Reddy, are you going to talk about the growth or speculative stocks?
Definitely not at this moment.
Okay.
So yeah, that's right. We're not covering like details, but that's why I said we'll be providing you our contact information. This is more like an educational high level, giving you what exists today. So you should be aware, everybody on this call. But yes, if you want to get into details, if you want to get into nitty-gritties into how we can proceed, in which buckets, what kind of investment strategies, how to maximize growth, minimize risk, all those details, yes, you can definitely contact us one-on-one, and we'd be more than happy to assist you with this. And yep, thanks, Venu, for highlighting some key points on this slide as well. And this pretty much brings us to the end of our presentation. Yeah, and if you guys are up for it, we can do a small quiz session. Probably a few questions. Nothing very. You got to score 100 out of 100, but just what we went over.
We want everybody's participation in this.
Right. Like so.
We want to see the faces too.
Oh, sure. That'd be great to know. Yeah. So all we see is Sejal smiling so wonderfully all the time, and then we can see Nehru taking some notes. Okay. So I mean,
the presentation, David. You're gonna have to share the presentation.
Oh, thank you so much.
No, you're gonna have to send it to us. Is that okay if you send it to us?
Oh, the presentation. So a lot of this information, the material, that's proprietary. That's a part of like the brokerage we're with, a part of. When you do reach out to us one-on-one, we can go over the details onto like how and why we can share and if we need to. But other than that, like a lot of this information, you can't like give it out until unless, yeah. But yeah, feel free to reach out one-on-one and we can talk about if you want to get access, how we can go about it and stuff.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. So I guess, yeah, my couple questions. I'll just keep it short. Does everybody remember the rule of 72?
Yes, I am.
You're part of the group. Okay. So everybody.
Tax-free and inflation. Was that?
So just think of casino. Just think about gambling. That's it. 72 means gambling. When you go or lottery, what do you think when you invest something? When you invest $100, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Tax.
Double that. Exactly. So 72 tells you how much time you're going to double your money. That's it. Now, if a person, a stockbroker, or one of your mortgage people or some investor comes to you, he's like, hey, Joel, I'm going to give you this. This is a very good product, and this product gives you 8% return. And you're thinking in your mind, wait. So now you know the rule of 72. You're going to divide 72 by 8, that 8% return, right? And you get 9 years. So you know every 9 years, my investment will double. 18 years, quadruple. So that way, you see, you already know it now. So before the person approaches you, based on this rule, now you can tell, you can predict, okay, by 10 years, 20 years from now, I should have this much money. That's the 72 rule. Cool. Another thing, okay, I know some Mr. Shok, he kept on asking questions on this too. He might know the answer.
Can I add one point here? David?
Sure, definitely.
I know the 6% or 7% or 8%. Right now, the mortgage taxes we are paying, mortgage interest we are paying. Okay. So are you making money here, or you are paying, losing the money here? Government is like maybe the companies, the banks, they are compounding each and every month, each and every year. They're charging like 8%. That means whatever the money we are paying is like almost like government is benefiting a lot. All the mortgages are like compounding. Okay. But the thing is, we have to make it, not pay it, compounding. So when you make compounding is like higher rate of return, the money will comes to our pocket. So now the banks are doing that, but we are not. Banks are very smart. They're playing always smart, is it right? They're almost 6% or 7% the rate of return. The continuously we are paying. The banks are benefiting a lot. Even when we also get that same kind of returns, then we also benefiting. I know that all the investments are making good money right now. Is that right? Hopefully. I know you are drinking water.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for that, Venu. Yeah, another thing I can ask is like, what are your two when we do the wealth formula, right? What are the two things you can't avoid when you're growing money?
Tax.
I'll keep quiet.
You already gave the answer. You actually asked me those questions, so I thought you might know this, right?
Yeah.
Tax.
Yeah, say to the
Taxes
right
and
tax.
inflation.
Very good. Yeah,
Tax
the
and
silent hill.
inflation, yeah.
So every time you do something, anybody that comes in to say that, oh, this doesn't exist, that's not true. It's about minimizing it. You cannot make anything zero, or you cannot avoid it. You can minimize. You saw how you distribute between two different buckets and like manage your wealth more accurately, adjust your distribution, and that way you can help your wealth grow more. It's simple. The more you're increasing and the lesser you are decreasing, in your end, your sum will grow. So yeah, I don't want to quiz you guys more. Pretty much, thank you so much for your time here today, and thank you, Venu, for being a part of this as well. Thanks, Vandana. Thank you, Sejal.
Thank you,
And
Sejal. Thank you so much for giving us
I'm
that
going to
opportunity.
put, yep.
Thank
this
you,
is all
Vandana.
my information.
It's very useful information, and I'm glad we kind of got in contact doing this presentation.
Thank you.
You guys want to get the phone, emails, please feel free. We'll have the slide right here. You can grab the information, like I said.
Yeah.
And yep, just reach out to us anytime you feel free.
Mr. Gill, quick question. Your fees are dependent on the size of the estate, or is a yearly fee?
Oh, great. You know, it's $100,000.
Not bad.
So our one-on-one consultations, this is our passion thing. So it's free. We don't charge you for that. But yeah, when you talk to us one-on-one and stuff, we get to know details, but upfront with it, there's no cost associated for a consultation.
What is the name of your firm?
We are part of a brokerage firm called HDI, which is now part of Integrity.
I did not show up on your contact details.
Yeah, I didn't. Can you put that in, David? I think it would be good to know the name of the company.
Sure. What I can do is, well, yeah, that's fine. What I can do is after the call, I can send you some all this information with some the company information, so you can get that.
Exactly, because
Yep.
they need to know the name of the company they're investing in.
They're tied out, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, again, just to clarify, you won't be investing in our company or anything. We are part of the brokerage firm. You heard the word marketplace when you use. So
Yeah.
like Amazon, we have access to the marketplace. So instead of going to a particular company, like let's say Geico, you heard of Geico or Nationwide or something, right? You don't go to them. We are a platform and we have access to all of them. You pick and choose what best fits your need. So for retirement, I like something else, or for my house protection, for my kids' college education, you can pick and choose whatever fits your needs. So it's a marketplace. We don't
Oh, okay.
have our own products. We don't do that. No,
Got it. Got
we
it.
we're the bridge. We're the middleman. We make sure you get access to the right thing from the
Yes.
marketplace, because in the marketplace you have so many different assortment of varieties of products, services. What best fit your need is the one you
Yes.
need to pick, and that is the best thing about this.
That's the, yeah.
You're not going to one particular company or okay, hey, I just want this. That way you don't know what the other company is offering. Out here, our leaders and like Venu himself, right? They've been doing research and they are aware of which works best in what scenario. So you have that availability.
Cool. So you show all the different options rather than just
You have
monopolying
right.
just one company, and then you left out with no options, which is really good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
That suits your need,
Sounds good. Thanks, David.
definitely. Thank you so much for having us on this, and I hope you had everybody got something useful
Yeah.
and information out of this session.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
your
so much.
presentation, you and Mr. Reddy.
Thank you.
And Vandana
All
here
right.
too.
Me
Sorry
too.
if I
I was a
interrupted
silent
you too much.
person over here.
Thank you, Vandana. I
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Tejal. Thank you once again for the opportunities. You get reach out to so many people in one
Yes.
time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this session has been recorded actually, so it's gonna be out to the lot of people, okay?
Okay.
Sure,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
The more the better. That's the goal.
Here. And I'll have my husband contact you guys, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Wonderful.
Have a
you.
nice day.
Thank you
Thank you,
guys. Thank you.
Tejal.
Thank you.
Have
Look
a
forward
good
to meeting
weekend
you.
to all of you.
Thank you very much.
Guys,
Thank you for
Appreciate it.
reaching out. Thanks.
Sorry if I interrupted you too much.
Oh
No,
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 that was
no,
more
no.
fun.
No,
Good
you
stuff.
had wonderful questions. I
You
appreciate
have
your
wonderful
questions.
questions.
Hey, my wife was getting mad. She wanted to just unmute me.
Yeah.
I'm glad we like that.
She said, "You're not the presenter. They are. You better keep."
No, that was really good questions and it clarified a lot of things. Thank you so much for bringing out questions like that.
Yeah. I used
Definitely.
to have these courses for the people who did not know ABC of financial for the court employees.
And I'm one of them, yes.
Yeah, definitely we will reach out. Either you reach out to us, otherwise we will reach out to you, Mike. So the thing is, we have to educate the families.
Yeah, I do.
So a lot of areas we are lacking. Particularly, we are good in
Yeah.
making money, but we are bad in other areas. But
I still cannot figure out why the Indian women are least interested about what the funds are, how to invest, and what the bank information. So what I do is, in my very first meeting, I gave them the inventory list. I said, go and list everything. If something happens to you, and that it will be a lot of expensive attorney fees. If you have it here, it will be ready tool to move forward, and you know
Yes.
where your assets are.
Mhm. So that's
Absolutely,
the problem
yes.
is like we came all the immigrants, we are morely focusing on the making money. We
Yeah.
don't care about other things.
No, we don't even care. They don't even talk about that. It's a
They
bad
don't-
woman to talk about that.
Not only the women, okay, but in the guys also, majority of the guys also, they don't know that there is a new system, but we're in the new system in the US. We don't know, we're not aware of that. Yeah, even 5-6 years ago, even I don't know how the 401k works. I thought like I know everything, but my wife's depending on me, but I don't know anything else.
I have
Yeah.
really sad stories to share, but this is not the time and place.
Yes, yep.
Really, it's really, I come across number of cases. Families are, wives are totally unaware of where the assets are.
Yes,
In one
exactly.
case, I had to go to the guy, he was my friend. I went to his office to go through all his drawers to see, and his home, to see where the assets are, what kind of insurance he had, how the family going to pay the next mortgage payment. It was really a sad story. Unfortunately, they were my friends. They didn't have to incur any expenses to get everything done. I
So
think we need to educate our community about this.
Can we get a group
absolutely.
picture from all of us? Whomever is available, we can take a group picture if you don't mind.
Yeah, please. I think 1 or 2 people are missing.
Uh,
Few are missing.
They're
Yeah, few
actually
are-
like,
Yeah, they
yeah,
log
15
out.
to 18 people joined and then they started dropping off. So that's fine.
yeah, that's okay. You're
Oh.
probably gonna have to do the speaker view or gallery
You want me
view.
to stop share?
Yeah, you can stop sharing the
Sure,
screen.
sure. Yep.
There you go. There you
Better
go.
now.
My hand.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys. I'll see you later.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much
everyone,
for
for
organizing
listening.
this session. Really
Take
appreciate
care.
it.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
It was worth the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.